and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Andrew Wiggins, Hero out there with Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Larson in at the 3 spot. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Edwards. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Morant, and it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Craig, now that we have a new season underway, what's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. Pass to Edwards. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Heat on offense. It's a 3-point game. This is their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
Yeah, and they put up a goose egg last year when they played this team twice.
From the wing, it's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
Yeah, it was an all-around excellent performance, and one I'm sure they'd like to replicate tonight.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide-open 3.
Hero against Edwards. Plays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Pass to Adebayo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert to stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
Now here's Morant. 20 points for him last game against New Orleans.
Well, you also love the aggressiveness. Getting himself to the line made a big difference.
A nice shot by McDaniels.
And this is something McDaniels continues to work on. Good to see him cash in off the catch.
Hero the bounce pass. Here's Adebayo. And that one is off. Gobert with the defensive effort. And here's Morant. And Reid has it in the corner. This one for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
You don't want to leave Reid any space out there. He's an efficient 3-point shooter.
Adebayo with this screen on Edwards. Here's Hero. Good on the baseline, Jay.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Reid is so tough to contend with inside. Knows how to put a defender in a tough spot.
It's his first trip to the line.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
Both free throws good from Reid.
Well, the biggest thing Naz Reid brings to your team, spacing. Reid can play the 5. And hit threes. There aren't a lot of guys like him.
Now, here's Adebayo. turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Mitchell passes to Adebayo. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, that's his comfort zone. That's where he lives. Adebayo's so strong in the paint.
Morant against Mitchell. Morant dishes to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen for McDaniel. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And now, Allie Laporte says something for us from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." Back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. So it's Minnesota now. The Heat getting the bucket. Here's Morant. Buries it down low.
Yeah, so tough to knock Morant off balance, and he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
Kicks it out to Hero. A three-pointer, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
McDaniels outside. Morant outside. Gobert the screen. And that one's good, Morant.
If you look at the breakdown, Morant's as efficient as anyone when he's the ball handler in the pick and roll.
Hero against Edwards. Hero passes to Wiggins. Down low, here's Adebayo. Adebayo throws it down hard.
Wow. Look at Adebayo there. Showing off a little bit, I think.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Now, here's Reed. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Pelicans. He was a non-factor.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look for him.
Wiggins with it, guarded by Reed. That one goes in.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now here's Morant. McDaniels outside. Has to Gobert. It's up a three. It's Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat with the lead. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
A moment now to see the numbers for McDaniels. A very nice season for him last year. Put up about 15 points per, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
Now here's Gobert. Last time out he had 14 points. Shot clock at 6. Morant with a wide open look. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Hero. Adebayo with the screen on Edwards. There's Hero with the 3. Wow, drew the contact in that 3 almost. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now.
The previous play is under review.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
The ruling on the floor stands.
You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is. And how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Dosunmu in for Reed.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now, here's Dosunmu. He's covered by Hero. McDaniels, a screen on Hero. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year.
Well, last season, this was a team that prided itself on protecting the rim. They were not an easy group to score on inside.
Both free throws good from Dosunmu. The Heat leading by 3. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Wiggins. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Really a disappointment. Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Williams with the block.
Well, this is the kind of defender Williams is. Aggressive and ready to go at the block.
The Heat have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Wiggins, that's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the call is going to three. Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Khalil Ware's checked in for the Heat. Jonas comes in for Mitchell. Adebayo passes to Wiggins. Outside, Adebayo. They grab their own miss.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Minnesota trails by 5. Now here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, Morant's got to get himself in that dunk contest. I mean, look at that.
Here's Jonas. Outside, Hero. McDaniels against Adebayo. Six on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. Minnesota with the rebound.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a number 1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat, but that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards. Welcome the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
And there's the bucket from Dosunmu.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Jonas. Guarded by Morant. Jonas' shot is good.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Wiggins against Edwards. Over Wiggins, and he gets it to go from the corner. Edwards got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves. Here's Jonas. His last outing, he had 8 points. He gets that one.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside Edwards. Back to Dosunmu. Edwards looking it over. Fader on the way. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's good. And now a 4-point Heat lead.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Morant outside. On the wing, Dosunmu. Back to Morant. Williams has a screen for Morant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And so he hits both. One quarter in the books. It's been a close one so far. Heat out front, up by 2. And we'll be back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. Dosunmu is out there with John Morant. Then it's Rob Williams. It's Berger in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Heat shooting around 60% of the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Back to Reed. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots it up. The rebound by Dosunmu. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Pass to Morant. Here's Shannon. With the drive, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screen. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player, and having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line. You think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, 2 of the best to ever do it.
Here's Brown. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Hey, Kevin. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Kevin, back over to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Williams, a screen on Brown. Morant against Brown. Morant pulleys his way inside.
Yeah, that's the endless energy of John Morant. There's no denying that man.
Has to wear. Brown outside. Back to Ware. Oh, and then one. No question. Powered it down.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Williams, a screen on Brown. Morant outside. Pass to Shannon. Now here's Dosunmu. Picked by Williams. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, Williams is a selected shooter, but when he gets it inside like this, he looks to capitalize.
Now, Ware. Here's Starling. Three-pointer. Connects from three-point range. And the Heat lead by 4.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. A different look for Miami. Larson's checked in, and it's Tyler Hero in for Jokic Jonas. They set the screen. Driving to the basket. Good on the bucket.
Well, you're just making it easy for your opponent when you don't prevent him from getting to the rim.
Hero looking around. Fires for 3. And rebounded by McDaniel. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Minnesota trails by 4. Pass to Shannon. And here's Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. Great D that time from Hero.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Wiggins is checked in for Khalil Ware.
Entering the league as a teenager back in 2022, Nikola Jovic has made serious strides and is coming into his own.
For 3, Edwards. Kept alive. Minnesota making a switch. Dosumu's checked in. Heat also with the sub. Ware's checked in. Here's Dosunmu. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Dosumu's got 7 points.
Good look there from Williams.
Hero against Edwards. Hero kicks to Wiggins. For 3, Mitchell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Hero against Edwards. Pass to Dosunmu. Outside Edwards. There's a good screen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Heat.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Now, here's Mitchell. Defended by Dosunmu. Pass to Larson. Back to Mitchell. Now, here's Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Hero kicks to Mitchell. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
For 3, Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota. The Heat leading by 6. To the inside. And stolen by Williams. Dosunmu with it. Now defended by Mitchell.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
There's Hero with the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Dosunmu. He's covered by Hero. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. While we have a chance, let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. In 4th, the Heat.
Well, last year they were all over the glass. Their physicality is what helped define their identity.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. From down in the low post, it goes. Adebayo's got the lead up to 8 now for the Heat. Now here's Dosunmu, covered by Mitchell. Now Dosunmu.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Williams, a screen on Mitchell. Dosunmu, the pass to Williams, and it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the paint. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 5 assists in the game. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Minnesota making a switch. Minnesota trails by 10. Outside, Reed. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Miami's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Mitchell outside. Hero sets the pick for Mitchell. Nailed from three-point land. Mitchell's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Heat. Here's Morant. 10 points for him. Outside, Edwards. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
Here's the break. Here's McDaniels. No good from outside. And it's Wiggins with the ball for Miami. Looking ahead to their next one, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Wiggins outside. Hero with the screen on Reed. Here's Wiggins. And he uses the glass on the lane. Wiggins has got 8 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
You know, Wiggins affects the game, Coach, in a number of ways. And let's begin by talking about his defense.
Great place to start with Wiggins, Kevin, because I think that's the strength of his game. He is long. He can really move his feet. He's got great discipline and focus. And the biggest thing you can have in any defender, he's got great want to. This guy wants to go out and make it tough on the best players in the game.
Outside, Reed. Pass to Edwards. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Clearly a foul.
For Minnesota, they had gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And Edwards drops them both.
And he didn't go to the line once in the first half. But now he's figuring out how to draw contact and get himself to the line.
No problems knocking that one down. He's got 10.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
McDaniels outside. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
Yeah, that's a good sign for McDaniels. They need him to shoot with confidence.
It's stolen by Edwards. .141 left in the second quarter. Reed the pass to Edwards. Shoots over Hero. Edwards, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yep, it goes in, and the Miami Liberties cut down to 13 after the bucket is good from Reed.
Well, with Morant running the pick and roll, good things usually happen.
Floats it up for Adebayo. That one misses.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync there.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Larson, kicks it out to Mitchell. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Minnesota making a switch here. Dosumu's checked in. Pass to Mitchell. 5 to shoot. A 3 ball. Good on the three-point shot. Mitchell's got 9 points in the quarter.
And the three-pointers are starting to add up. That's his third of the quarter, and it brings him to 4 on the game.
Reed the pass to Dosunmu. Reed with a screen on Mitchell. Dosunmu. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for the Miami Heat. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm here with Coach Spoelstra. Coach, where's your team getting its confidence and energy from in that first half?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of it off our defensive stops, and then once we got into a rhythm, then it started to...
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
I think for the Timberwolves, it's a long season. But you don't want to dig yourself in a hole this early.
In a few months, they won't even remember the bad start, unless they keep losing.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Miami Heat.
They move.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
On the floor for Miami, they've got Adebayo. Mitchell is out there with Hero. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Larson in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Adebayo. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
A moment now to see the numbers for Tyler Hero.
Last season, he played outstanding. He put up about 20 points per game last season, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
Absolutely. I wish I had 2 or 3 like him coming off the bench when I was coaching. If I did, I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you guys.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And checking out some numbers for Gobert. Great showing for him last season. And he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. Very
versatile player. Hero spaces the floor. He can drive. He can pass. And he's a sneaky good rebounder as well.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Gobert with a screen on Hero. Edwards drives in. And Edwards slams it in.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Mitchell outside. Pass to Hero. Here's Adebayo. No good on the three. Here's McDaniels. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. And it's 7 points for Jaden McDaniels. Hero with it. 12 points for him. On the wing, Mitchell. Adebayo with a screen for Mitchell. To the middle. It's stolen by Gobert. And here's Morant. He's got 10. Outside Edwards. Shoots over Hero. Edwards, no good. The Heat leading by 8. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Wiggins against Reed. Wiggins kicks to Adebayo. Clock at 4. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 5 assists tonight. Now here's Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, when I was coaching, this guy was a nightmare. It was hard to game plan for him. His quickness causes major issues.
Both free throws good from Morant. The Heat leading by 9. Mitchell a screen on McDaniels. Here's Hero. He hits it from 9. Hero's got 14.
Well, when you put Hero in the pick and roll action, you apply pressure on the defense. Tyler is so tough to stop.
And the wide open shot from Reed. Off target from outside.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Hero. Here's Wiggins. Guarded by Morant. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Making his size a factor. Wiggins does work in the paint.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Dosunmu is checked in for Edwards. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. The Heat in 5th.
Well, they put a big emphasis on quality passes last year. We saw consistent high-level ball movement from them.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot. Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever. And now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Guys?
He can lock it down. Okay, Allie, thanks. Wiggins in the post. Defended by Dosunmu. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist by Adebayo. Minnesota trails by 15. Reed with a screen on Hero. And there's the bucket from Dosunmu. Dosunmu's got 13 points.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Mitchell against Morant. Mitchell passes to Adebayo. takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Adebayo's got 21.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Dosunmu. He's covered by Hero. Clock at 6. Here's Reed. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Hero passes to Wiggins.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with them. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Edwards, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Mike Conley in for Morant. The #1 overall pick back in 2014, Andrew Wiggins, certainly capable.
Elite length and athleticism. His shot creation is more good than great. He has that 2022 All-Star nod to his credit, and of course, a championship from that same season.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Well, Heat leading by 19. Here's Larson. He's got 5, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Adebayo passes to Larson. Conley against Mitchell. Here's Adebayo. It's hauled in by Edwards. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Reed with a screen on Mitchell. Edwards. Pass to Reed. That shot off. Great D that time from Adebayo.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
And the foul called on Edwards. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Yakichonis is checked in for Miami.
Number 25, Kasparis Yakichonis.
Here's Larson. Heat moving the ball around. For 3. Doesn't go for him.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Yakichonis. He's got 6. Adebayo kicks to Wiggins. From the arc, hits the 3-point bomb. Wiggins has got 9 points here in the second half.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Now Conley hasn't made one yet. 6 on the shot clock, and Reed has it in the corner. Trying to get something going. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 13 with that last one. That ball's nice feet.